Boom! What's up, everybody? Coach Corey here. Together we'll do it better. Here for day number 2 of the Leverage My Launch 5-day bootcamp. Hopefully, you all have already watched day 1 with Paul Motley. That affiliate marketing trading was just mind blowing. Like, I learned a lot of stuff, and I've been in affiliate marketing for a few years now. So the tricks and stuff that he taught yesterday inside of his course or his little deal was just phenomenal. Today we're going to continue on with day 2. So again, with the Unlimited Life Academy, guys, the goal is to help you guys first get started just making money, period, online. Affiliate marketing is usually the best way to do that. That's why Paul Motley is our affiliate coach. From there, though, in order to become an expert, you're going to have your own product or service, right? So creating your offer is going to be vital to making sure that it's going to be something that's going to be sellable. And then also having the right funnel selection in order to promote your offer, because that's what a funnel does, right? A funnel takes your offer and puts it out into the world to where they can buy and purchase from you. So with that being said, we are going to bring on camera Angie Minucci, our coach for funnel selection and offer creation. Angie, welcome to the show.
Hello. Hey guys. If you're just now hearing me, I did hear Corey. I'm having a bit of a lag issue today. So if they talk to me and I take a few minutes, not ignoring the gentleman, I just, of course, 5 minutes before this happens, why would this not happen, right? So as Corey said, my name is Angie Minucci. I have been in this space for about 10 years. I spoke a little bit yesterday and said what I've done. And I first got started in this area as an executive assistant to a speaker, author, coach. I had no clue. I thought I was going to be babysitting his children and picking them up from school. And I was quickly thrown into a mastermind meeting while he was off skiing with family in Colorado, and had to stand there and network with these multi-millionaires who I didn't know if they knew him or not. I'm sure I looked like a fool describing him to some of his closest friends. But that quickly led to, hey, we have a large event coming up and we want you to plan the whole thing. And I was working the back of the room for him, as well as some other speakers who needed some help at times, watching them sell these offers for $10,000 on the cheap side to $50,000 and more, wondering, what are they doing? Like, what are they buying for $50,000 that doesn't have, 4 wheels, a steering wheel, and a really heavy, monthly payment or something? And I was introduced to the world of offer creation and online business and funnels and all those things that we all are, so in tune to now. And in that, I learned a lot of the technical backside, but really enjoyed dissecting, well, what went into all of these offers? How did these people just come up with this idea overnight? And I was like, no, they didn't. They were selling these same things over and over. They were coaching programs. They were memberships. They were softwares, or we often heard, referred to as a SaaS, a software as a service, similar to the EULA suites. And when it comes to coming up with what that offer is, a lot of times when I feel that people will come to me and they're like, oh yeah, I have an offer ready to sell, but they haven't really thought about it. It's something that they like and they're passionate about, but is the market hot for that? Are there people already buying products in that industry? Okay, that's the first thing that you want to think about. Is this something that people actually want? And there's several ways to validate that, to get that out there, by asking questions out on social media, see what people are asking about in groups, going and looking what other people are selling, how they're fulfilling. You can purchase some of these offers and see how they're put together. And the other piece is you want to have an irresistible offer, right? The real irresistible offer is when the value of what you're selling far exceeds the price. You want it to be a no-brainer for people to give you the money for that. For example, and I'm not pitching this at all, but I put together a membership where I help people with a certain task. Well, that's not something easy to come by. I saw it as a problem. A lot of my clients were aggravated because they tried to get help with this certain problem over and over and over. And so I decided to sell it as a service. I positioned it in a way that it was a no-brainer. In order to get the people in, I put it at a price that they couldn't have even gotten a few hours of somebody's time and I was helping them for 6 months or for a year for the rate that I was charging. It was absolutely irresistible because they weren't wanting to do this themselves. Another piece that you really have to think about is, how are you selling them into these offers? What is going to really entice somebody? In a big part of, we're going to get into next, the pieces of funnels, is people open up a piece of software all the time and they just jump in and they don't really have a plan. They look at the template and they start to turn and twist and morph what they're doing or what they truly have a passion about and what they want to sell, what they want to offer out into the world based on what a piece of software will do. Oh, I see a template for a lead magnet selling an ebook, I guess, or giving away a free ebook. Now I have to come up with an ebook. Oh, wait, there's something for a webinar. Now I got to make a webinar. Oh, wait, and that's where I feel like we come up with nothing, right? We have all these half-done projects. Our mind is so bogged down with what we see other people doing because we have now lost sight of why we even started in this space, because of what we're seeing out there, and we're not really going into it with a game plan. We're not going into it with the right components. So with that being said, those are the different pieces that you really need to think about. Now, when it comes to these offers, what can you include? This is one of my favorite topics. What can you include in these offers? That was something that I struggled with and really held me stagnant for a really long time, because I wasn't focusing on the big picture, the value they were getting at the end of transacting with me one time or on different pieces throughout my funnel. I was more focused on, oh, geez, do I need videos? Do I need workbooks? Do I need an ebook? And it was really keeping me stuck. I was worried that people weren't going to thinking they had enough videos. They weren't going to be thinking they had enough. And then the big shift happened when I realized that the true value that made this irresistible was what they were going to be able to accomplish, what they were going to be able to get, where their transformation was going to happen by what I was teaching, by what I was sharing, and what they were purchasing. It doesn't always have to be a make money niche. I give somebody a monthly reoccurring money. I don't even know how much I've given her by now for a PDF on a monthly basis of craft ideas to do and ways to, celebrate every single month, even if there isn't a holiday, right? She gives me some templates to print out, some cute little note cards. It's something that I like to do with my daughter. So it's not something I'm paying for when I'm making money. You don't have to always be in this make money niche to be able to have that return, like, oh, well, they're going to give me this, but they're not really going to make this much more on the back. The outcome, that feeling, that life, that, what they're getting on the other side of it can also be that transformation. That's something else that I have a big, a constant conversation with people about. So going into, once you have those pieces in spot, how are you going to give value to the offer? How are you going to make it irresistible? Another really big, important part before you even jump into whatever software platform you're using, in hopes that that's Eula Suites, is the copy on the page. It's not just throw up some words and hope that it works, right? That's something, if you're going to invest in something, I really would look at having somebody help you craft this copy so it's being read by the person who you're trying to attract. If you are thinking, yeah, it's very valuable, like Dom said. If you are trying to, I'm going to use a woman in the fitness industry for an example. If you're going to tell me on a page where you're trying to get me to buy your fitness program all about macros and micros and this and the body and all these things, like, talk to me like I'm sitting in the McDonald's drive-thru and how you're going to help me get to that next step, because that's going to confuse somebody right off the bat if they're brand new and they're just worried about like going to the gym for the very first time, not knowing what equipment to use. So think about it in the brain of your customer. I like to think like, okay, what are those things? What are my people texting me saying, oh my gosh, I need help with this. I don't get this. If I'm reading it like, oh, it makes sense. I feel like sometimes we overcomplicate it. And you'll notice when you have a professional person in that copy industry doing that for you, or showing you the right way, or you're going through a really good copy course, if you will, that it's not all the jargon and the technical language and things like you or I may say in a certain industry. You know, if Dom's doing Facebook ads, he's going to be using words that people may not understand, right? But if he says, hey, I'm going to make people click on your stuff and buy your stuff and you're going to make money, cool. I don't want to know about all those numbers on the back end, or I would be the ads person. You want to know enough to know that you're dealing with an honest service here, but it's just going to confuse somebody and they're not going to get the point. So now going into building out the funnel for what you're selling online. Explain it to you like you're 5. Yeah, totally. When it comes to building the different pieces of the funnel, I see every day, and I'm not exaggerating, I live in my Zoom. People hop in on Zoom with me all day long. This camera is always on, talking to people about what's not working. What did they try to do? A lot of it's people trying to DIY. I understand that. And they're doing things based on what they see other people doing, but not really understanding the strategy of what they're doing and why they're doing it, why they have a certain type of page up, why they're using a certain type of funnel, or even if there is different types of funnels. So there's several ways that you can present these offers, right? You could have a webinar. So what are the different pieces of this? It's not so much as just throw up a page, collect emails, and then in an hour, go ahead and do an online presentation and sell, $5,997 offers. I mean, there is a strategy. If you're watching somebody online who's doing webinars and you're like, I really think that I would like to go about that approach, the marketing happens way before they even get to that page. There's so much more. There's their organic marketing, their paid marketing, the way they're driving the traffic to those pages, which is a whole nother topic. But it's not just, let me throw this up and let this happen, right? Let me just see the money, show me the money. That's not, it takes more than that. There's different components of these pages. For example, when people are opting in to your webinar, when people are opting in to get a lead magnet from you, you're not just collecting an email address to just send them a free PDF. You're also utilizing that email address to follow up with them, to send them more information, to really connect with, show them what else they could have a problem with that you can help them solve. I just did a presentation yesterday where I recorded a 13 module course that I'm putting out there for free. But in each step of the video, I'm breaking down, hey, this is where I see a lot of people going wrong. They're sending something out. I had a client recently who was doing a video. He wanted to send out a free training, and all he had going out was a thank you email. Thanks for registering. Hope you show up. And I was like, well, what if they don't? What else can you show them? So that's when we broke down, and I'm going a little deeper in here, but there's strategy to this. We broke down the steps to, okay, what else can you send them, right? Can you send them, hey, those people that didn't show up, hey, we noticed you didn't show up. There's ways on the back ends of all of these to do these things. Here's a replay. Try to get them re-engaged. If they got to the end and they did see it and they didn't buy what you had to offer, or they didn't book an appointment with you, or they didn't take that next step in your funnel, what can you send them? Are you just going to keep pestering them saying, why didn't you buy? Why didn't you buy? Why didn't you buy? How about some social proof? Send them an experience that take a screenshot of somebody saying, whoa, I bought this and it was incredible. Send them a transformation somebody had. Send them some other way to present it that would speak to them and be able to capture those sales on the back end long after you turn off the Zoom and you're done for the evening. Another thing that I notice a lot of people doing is they put things on these pages. For example, if they want to sell a book, they see people selling a book all the time with a 2-step order form, right? A 2-step order form. And they think, I had a client actually about 2 months ago, and why did you choose this? Why did you build it this way? And he said, well, because it looked cool. And I was like, okay, but do you know He's like, but I want to be able to email them. And I said, well, you do know that after they fill out that first step, you're getting their information whether they buy your book or not. And he's like, no, I didn't even know that was possible. Like, that's really cool. And I said, well, that's the purpose of what you just put on your page. Now, speaking of that sales process, if you're taking them down a self-liquidating offer funnel, an SLO, a funnel where you have a product on the front end and you're collecting the money and maybe you're running ads, that product is going to satisfy, you want it to, right? It's not really going to be a big profit there. It's going to satisfy the money that you're using to run those ads to get them further down your offer suite, what else you have to offer them. So once they check out there, you're going to present them with, hey, really quick, while you're here, I know that you bought this. We could help you with this as well. You want to make sure that when you have your offer and you're coming up with these things, is another misconception that a lot of people have. You want to make sure that those products actually coincide with each other. I have a client who's doing a challenge really, really soon. And she said, okay, well, I'm selling my, what was it? She was selling the challenge. And if they get a VIP ticket, they're going to pay $27 for that VIP. Obviously, this woman's been in the game for a long time. She's making a whole lot more than $27 per person, but that's for the VIP option. If they take that, she said, well, what else could I offer them? And I said, well, you're teaching them how to create this. So how about you sell them the social media post templates that they can use to promote that product? And then you can add to that by offering them the email templates that go along with the product that they're going to create. So you're not only helping them create this certain type of product, you're now helping them with the promotion. And anybody that's going to invest any bit of money to learn how to create a product probably isn't going to create it just so it sits on their computer. They're going to create it to want to sell it. So by giving them these options of what else can you sell to give them, right? Sell to them to help them along the way. That's a great way. And those are some terms that we hear in this industry that people often confuse and often, misconstrue. And because I'm the only girl on this team, I'm going to use this as an explanation here. I hope Dom or Paul don't use my example here in their own presentations, but Barbie, okay? The ultimate goal, right, is to buy the Barbie dream house. So the front end product is we're going to go buy the Barbie doll. And before we check out with the Barbie doll, they're going to say, do you want the clothes to go with it? Like Barbie's got an astronaut costume. So that's your order bump that you see sometimes show up on the bottom of another page in your funnel. The Barbie's clothes. And before you leave, they're going to say, hey, we already have your credit card information. Do you want to buy Ken to go along with Barbie? So that could be an upsell product. Okay. And then Corey says he loves the Barbie vet, right? So then you're going to buy Barbie's vet costume. But ultimately, they want to get you into that whole world of Barbie that you're eventually going to buy that $500 Barbie dream house for Christmas because now you have all the pieces and Barbie needs somewhere to live. It's just those little pieces that go together. So there's different types of funnels. We talked about a webinar funnel where you put out that, hey, I'm doing a webinar. This is the date. And if you're new to this and you really are like, trying to get yourself to actually take action and commit, put a date on something, put it out there and say, I'm doing it. And guess what? If one person shows up, you're doing it for one person. And if two people show up the next time, you're doing it for two people. Because not only are you doing it for them out there, the audience, the people who have signed up, you're doing it for yourself. How many times do you think any of the four of us have been on screen that we've been talking about these areas? We're just getting better and perfecting it time and time again. So there's the webinar funnel. There's that self-liquidating offer funnel. Now, you may just be trying to collect leads. You're just starting out building your list. So one thing, and this is something I learned from a partner of mine, I guess you'd say that I work with very, very often and teach his groups, he always has a lead magnet. I created one for him, 167 posts to put out on social media to promote he deals with people in the network marketing niche. And on the back end of that, he promotes a network marketing company, a company that helps network marketers. So what does he have after they opt in to get his 167 posts for network marketers? He has an affiliate product that he takes what Paul taught about yesterday and does a video and promotes that affiliate product. So that he's able to remarket to them knowing they're his ideal people. And now he's also able to potentially collect affiliate money because he's promoting a product that he knows they're interested in because they've self-identified by giving him their name and email. So there's so many different pieces that can go onto these pages and throughout these funnels when you are presenting your offer. And the last thing I want to add is while you're creating this offer, I touched on it a little bit, you start to think, what could I include, right? The Corvette. What could I include? Like, what am I giving them after they transact with me? You guys, don't make it complicated. Let me tell you, and I'm being very honest, and even though he's on this right now, I will say this. I purchased a product from Paul about a year ago. It was not some crazy concocted log in, find my thing. I bought a product, the videos, the links, everything was right there, easy to go through. The best part was how simple it was. He had Google Documents and PDFs and working links that I just clicked on and got all the resources that I needed to implement what was being taught. He recorded his screen, he recorded a simple video of himself, and just followed along the process. I got more out of that product than one that I've paid goodness knows what monthly for, that there was so many fancy finagle and all these things and I couldn't remember where to go. It was the outcome that I got that was way bigger than the money that I had paid at all. So you could put videos, you could put checklists, you could put PDF downloads, you could link to resources that are going to help them. Those resources you could have an affiliate link for. One thing I always do when creating, I think, how else can I monetize this? Is there an affiliate program I can sign up for? Is there a way? Now, being in this space that I'm in, I always also teach as a bonus how I put those things together. So if people are wanting to know, how'd she do that? Well, here, let me show you in this video and take them over to another way of following me. I maybe put a video about how I created it or a video and expanding on it and lead them over to my YouTube channel or lead them to my Instagram or lead them to a TikTok video so that they're in my world and learning from me in all different ways. If they don't purchase, maybe they're going through something for free that I have out there. I'm bringing them into my world on another social platform, but number one, making sure I have them on my email list. We saw what happened the other day and everybody like freaked out. Pretty amazing ways. Yeah, putting all those pieces. And the biggest way that I come up with these ideas is, yes, I go through other people's funnels from beginning to end. I buy their products. I see what kind of pages that they are selling on, right? Are they doing a webinar? Are they doing a free challenge? Are they doing a paid challenge? Are they doing a boot camp like this? Like this boot camp wasn't just put together, hey, let's do a boot camp. It was, let's do a boot camp so we can help a larger amount of people. Let's do a boot camp so they can learn from us live. Yes. Are we promoting the Unlimited Life Academy? Absolutely. But we're also on the front end, more importantly, helping you all have a transformation, make an impact, and let's not forget an income online. So all these different pieces, I want to say one of the tricks when I say about looking at what other people are doing, I also suggest whenever clients ask me, like, I'm so stuck, I say, look at somebody in a similar industry to you, but not the exact same thing. If I have a makeup artist come to me about building up her online presence, I tell her to go look at a hair salon on the other side of the world because they're so similar, but she's not tempted to copy. More importantly, she's not tempted to compare herself because she doesn't have all those pieces and then do nothing. So that's just a little piece there. And then when you do opt in, really look at the strategy of why they're doing things. What are these pieces on their page? And don't adjust your business just because you want to do everything that's in there now. Like if you get inside of the Eula Suite software, it's preloaded with tons of pages and funnels and things that we have put in there, that Corey has put in there for you. But that doesn't mean that you have to not do anything until you have every single one of these done. They're just templates. They're templates that you can use to put out your offer. When you have that combined with a hot market, the irresistible offer that people are going to want, the great copy, and how you can help people have a transformation. Are there any questions that we have now that I'm out of breath? There we go. You're muted, I think.
Hashtag launched it perfectly, right?
Yeah.
No, I was just saying that was awesome. Because there is so much that goes into an offer, but it's the whole structure of everything. It's from offer creation, like figuring out what it is that you're going to be able to put together, like you said, right? We have a whole bunch of different ways of figuring that stuff out, right? Like one of the best ways is just doing a discovery post. So on your social media, whether it's on Facebook or on Instagram, you see this stuff a lot, right? And I'm not going to take full credit for it, but I know I was one of the first people to start doing this like 3 years ago, where you just do a simple question. What's your number one question about XYZ, right? Whatever you're already the expert at. So that's what you're going to do. And then you're just going to start gathering that information. People are going to let you know what your question is. Just like we were trying to do earlier in the group, what's your number one question about, creating your offer or funnel selection? And what's going to happen is people are going to start commenting on it, and you're not going to give them the answers. What you're going to do is you're just going to write that stuff down so that you know what to teach them inside of maybe a 1-day workshop or a 5-day boot camp, right? So you're discovering what your audience wants to learn from you that you already know. And that's one of the best ways to do it for sure. But that's just a very small part of the process. There's a lot that goes into it, because once you know what your market wants, now you got to figure out how you're going to put that together, right? The other thing that I wanted to mention really quick too is don't spend so much time on your offer until you do have the market's input on it, right? So you don't want to create something and then take it to market just to find out that it doesn't sell, right? So the best way to do that is to walk through that kind of process of discovering what they want to learn from you, and then ultimately you can put it together. And one of the best ways that I've done, guys, I'll share an awesome strategy with you right now. Do that exact same thing, right? Do a discovery post about a topic that you're already the expert at, right? On your social media, wherever it's at, collect all that data, and then go back 2 days later and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing a 1-day workshop on this, and just list the things that they wanted to learn from you. So for me, when I did this, I ended up making $4,000 in 24 hours by promoting a Facebook group coaching, 1-day coaching kind of thing, right? And the way I was able to do that was I said, what's your number one question about getting more engagement on Facebook groups? What's your number one question about growing your Facebook groups? What's your number one question? So I had all these different posts that I did over the course of a few days, gathered up all that information, and then I came back to my market and said, hey, I'm thinking about doing a 1-day boot camp or class, whatever it was, right? And I'm going to go over these things. I'm going to teach you how to get more engagement in your Facebook group, how to get more people into your Facebook group, how to XYZ. I just filled in the blanks. They already told me what they wanted. They hit up that post like catfish at a catfish pond, I guess, or a trout fish at a trout fish pond, or whatever, right? Because they wanted to learn it. They already told me what they wanted to learn. They came to that post thinking, man, this guy just read my mind. This is exactly what I want to learn, right? And then when everybody starts commenting, you start doing the door-to-door salesman technique, which I'll share with you guys really quick too, is, on that post, as soon as people start answering or replying to the comments of that post, you're just going to hit them back up. You're just going to heart it at first, right? Then you're going to go back and comment again on that post, keep the engagement going, and then go into the DMs. And in the DMs, you're going to say, hey, I'm getting ready to do a 1-day boot camp strategy, whatever you want to call it, coaching program, whatever. Would you be interested in that? They're going to say yes, because obviously you already know what they want to learn. And then you can basically say, I'm going to do this for $97, right? $100 for 1 day. We're going to do it for 4 hours. You can charge more or less depending on what it is that you're going to be teaching people. As long as your offer is structured correctly, you're going to have a great experience there, right? So like I said, I was able to do that process, and I made $4,000 over a 24-hour period, and I never even created the product, right? I didn't have anything out there in the market. I just found out what they wanted, and I said, I can teach this. I already know how to do it, right? But once I had that, I could go to them with an offer. And that was the original offer was, hey, join me on a live Zoom meeting, right? And it's going to cost you $100 or whatever it was. So that's something that's super important for anybody out there that's thinking about this, because again, our goal here at Unlimited Life Academy is to take you from newbie to expert, right? That's the journey that we're going to take you on. creating your own offer is going to be a vital part of that process, and making sure that it's packaged correctly so that you can sell it. Because if I wanted to, I could have went out beyond that. So once I do that 1-day training, I could literally just record that training, right? Throw it inside a membership area or whatever, and then I could have an evergreen webinar that leads to that offer, and maybe sell it for like $47, right? Knock the price in half, and they don't get the live experience, but they still get all the great information. So there's a million ways of doing it, guys, but that's why we have Angie on our team, because inside Unlimited Life Academy, she's going to be helping people go through that process of, how do we figure out what our offer is going to be, and then ultimately how are we going to put it together so that we can take it to launch, right? And then once we're ready for launch, that's where we're going to come in with our affiliate army and help you guys launch to have more successful launches. So with that being said, do we have any questions about offer creation or anything along those lines? I'm going to pull up Paul and Dom, if that's cool. Come on up, fellas. What's up?
What's up, everybody?
Oh, Nuggets, so awesome, bro. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
Just
we're
kinda-
here. We're here. I thought I had to go and get myself a hat. So
Hey, at least you have hair on your head.
I just want to be in the club.
I don't do this because I like it.
Right?
Yeah, I'm working on that.
You're getting there. I'm pretty golden. I just do it because it's my thing, Awesome training today, Angie. But it's funny too, because I know, like, while you're talking, you're mentioning, like, we didn't just throw this thing together. I think in the marketing world, the online marketing world, if they looked at what we've been able to accomplish in the last 5-6 weeks, they would say that we threw this thing together, right? With that being said, guys, I mean, I honestly think we kind of threw this thing together. However, we have a great offer. I've already had the vision for the offer, before we ever got together as a team. But having the team around you makes it so much easier to package that offer up and then push it out to the world, right? And we did over a 10K launch, right? This is only day 2. We did our pre-offer, which a lot of people, congratulations on taking action and grabbing the $9.97 lifetime deal. That's gone now. So unfortunately, you guys can't get the lifetime deal for $9.97 anymore. It's still available. It's at $14.97. I told you it was going to go up in price, right? So basically, you got to pay $500 more if you want the lifetime deal. If not, you can still get into the monthly subscription, guys. You're going to get all the software, right? All the EULA Suite software. We're going to teach you guys how to do all that. And then we're going to walk you through the same process of learning how to make money online with affiliate marketing, crafting your own offer, putting it together inside of the EULA Suite software with your funnels, getting your email responders, all that kind of stuff set up. And then ultimately, when you're ready to launch, we're going to help you launch it by reaching out to our network of affiliates to help you guys launch your own product or service. So it's still a phenomenal deal. Even at $14.97, guys, lifetime, you're never going to see something like this, like, ever, right? If we could do this in this short period of time, we can do the same thing for you. Yes. So what you got, Dom?
Nothing. Everything's been pretty much nailed. I mean, tomorrow is going to be my day where I can show you how to implement everything that Angie was talking about and everything that Paul had kind of showed you on Monday in the EULA Suite software. Because I know it might seem like a lot, but it's a couple things to set up, and then at some point you can automate most of it. So it's everybody loves automation is like a buzzword in the online marketing world, but it's not quite as simple as click button automate. But once you get it done, it's just maintaining.
Yeah,
so I'll show you guys how to do that tomorrow.
Speaking of automation, when it comes to like the online world, right? I mean, as a marketer, you gotta love automation, but there's some things that you should just not automate, right? Do not try to automate organic marketing.
No,
right? When you do these auto comment poster things or whatever, don't ever touch those. Because what's going to happen is somebody's going to do a serious post, and then your auto responder is going to say, "Great post," or "I love this post," or whatever, and it just makes you look like an idiot, and everybody calls you out. So don't use automation tools when it comes to posting on other people's posts or commenting on other people's posts, right?
Correct. Everything front end, do not automate it. Back
yeah,
end,
exactly.
Back end follow up, you can kind of get away with a lot.
Yeah, back end follow up, absolutely. You need to nail it down, and that's that's really something that I struggle with a lot. Like, I'm not an email marketer. I've always been good at growing organic followings and stuff and getting, that know, like, and trust factor. That's what I'm going to be teaching you guys here on day 4 is how to, put yourself out there and get the people to start following you the correct way, setting up your personal profile, all that kind of stuff, which is going to ultimately get you guys sales, right? I did a quick example the other day of affiliate marketing. So I don't call myself an affiliate marketer. If somebody comes to me with a product or service that I like and I stand behind, I'll do a couple posts about it or whatever, and I get sales for the person, right? I don't try, but the reason why I don't have to try as an affiliate marketer is because I've already built up that know, like, trust factor. So people know if I'm going to present something to the world and say, hey, this is a product that I recommend, they're going to take it more seriously. And a lot of times people will just buy just cause, like Angie was saying, people will buy a product and never go through it. Mm-hmm. Right. Like, it's crazy. Like, I mean, and then I've done it. I'm not going to lie. Right. Like, part of my positioning strategy as far as getting your name out there and getting known in the world of marketing or whatever is simply buying other people's products. Because what's going to happen is when you buy someone's product, it automatically gives you like a little back door into their world. Right. If you buy Unlimited Life Academy or you join the Unlimited Life Academy with us, all of us sitting around here, however it is, right? You reach out to us in a DM and you're like, hey, I'm part of the Unlimited Life Academy. And we're like, oh yeah, we see you in the group. Like, we're going to answer you because you're part of our crew, right? You bought from us. So we have this, obligation almost to, like, actually help you guys, right? So that's the whole purpose of it. I've done this with so many people, spent tens of thousands of dollars along the way, right? To build my network, bought courses, programs. I mean, I bought tickets to events. I never went to the event, right? I just bought them just because I wanted to buy them from that person. So that is a huge strategy for positioning yourself with other people. Because again, as soon as you do that, they automatically look at you as somebody that they need to help, right? When I started my journey, quick story, when I started my journey 3.5 years ago, the first product I ever bought, Spencer Meekum's Affiliate Marketing 2.0. It was like when he first launched it, right? He's on like 3.0 now or whatever, and it's been out a couple of years or whatever. Like 3.0 just launched.
Did you buy it off my link, Corey?
Back in those days, I have no idea who I bought it from, right? but here's the cool thing, right? So my very first Facebook Live interview was with Spencer Meekum, right? And it's because I bought his course. And I grew a group that was pretty decent size too, right? But it got me in the door. And that, guys, is instant positioning. If you're the person, whether you're the person that's getting interviewed or the person that's, doing the interview, you're on that same level, right? Because you guys are both at the same table. That's the way you got to look at it. So again, joining the Unlimited Life Academy, whether you join or not, it's totally up to you. But I know for a fact, like, once you come into our world, guys, you are sitting at the table, right? Grant Cardone always says, if you can't sit at the table, serve water or whatever, something along those lines. And whether you like Grant Cardone or not, he's absolutely right. You just need to get in the room because that's where the shit's happening. Sorry, I dropped the S bomb.
It's the mechanic in you.
But that's where it's exactly. That inner Cardone came out of me. But that's where it's happening, right? You got to get in the room. You got to get noticed, whether you're serving water or sitting at the table. The only way you're ever going to get to the table is by getting around the people that are at the table, right? So that's going to be a huge part of day 4 of my training. But what about you guys? Who here in this 4 has bought other people's products just to buy them?
Yeah, I have. And one thing you were saying about just getting in the room and just doing what it takes, right? Like, just supporting others and being around those people, being around other people who are doing it gives you so much more. I always say this, than just what you're learning in what they're teaching. There's been several events that back several years ago, there was no way I could afford to go. Like, I couldn't afford to buy the ticket alone. I wanted to go. I knew the people that were putting on were big names in the space that they were doing it. I didn't have the money really it was like either put the gas in the car to get there or get the ticket to get there and not eat. I mean, it is what it is. So I went down to the bottom of the page. I found the word volunteer. I went for free, but worked and handed out the tickets or collected the tickets and helped and was the lost and found person at a huge podcasting event. But guess what? It put me next to all these other people who then reached out and said, hey, you worked this event for this person. Could you do it? I slept in my car in the parking lot. I didn't tell them this, but I did. and a few other events that way. That's how I got started in this space after I worked for the one gentleman. I literally said, I can't come to your event, but is there anything I can do to help you? Do you need a flyer made? Is there anything? Can I just check people in or whatever? I've worked the back of the room, and it's done so much. And just when people see, like he said that Corey said he bought, Spencer's product, right? And then he had an interview with Spencer. When people see that you are associated with these other people, it really just leverages you even more. And those partnerships and those friendships are formed. Honestly, in the past 3 days, well, maybe it's a little bit longer than 3 days, I have stumbled upon a training that I did not know Dom before we formed this quad here. Mm-hmm. I messaged him one night, it was like 11:30, and said, I'm watching this training by a very respected person in the industry, and there was Dom. Well, of course, now I'm like, okay, he's on this training with this guy. I really got to check Dom out. 5 minutes before we got on this call, Dom didn't even know this part. I'm reading a blog post about something because I thought people may have questions. And I'm like, what is this? It was Dom's article on Spencer Meekum's blog. And I'm like, this is really cool. But if I didn't know him yet, like him already, and completely trust him, and just stumbled upon his video on TikTok, that's a pretty big deal when you're looking at that he was featured on these several things, and probably I'm sure other stuff that I've probably bought and don't even know that you're in on or whatnot,
I just say yes to everything when somebody says, do you want to be on? Yes, I'll be there.
Sure. Yeah. And it's really, it's just that leverage, and you don't realize.
It's a bit on my podcast then, right, Dom?
I have been. Yes, I've been on Paul's podcast.
I was featured on Paul's because I shouted Paul out for a reason why I started mine. Not interviewed, but mentioned it and got listeners.
Well, now I feel left out.
Oh, that's okay. There's still time to rectify that.
It's really interesting. Audio of this, you can put him on there.
Yeah. Right. It's really interesting what you guys are going over as well, because myself and Corey were chatting just before we came online about the training that we did yesterday, and one of the things that everyone's going to get inside of the Euler Suites is it's not just like, oh, this is a program, it takes you however long to get through and that's it. This is the ongoing support. This is like just literally the training that you see now is just scratching the surface. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about real briefly, if that's okay, guys, is that all right if I just talk for a minute? It's okay. It's kind of like we've all heard of like the value ladder, right? But not many people talk about the affiliate ladder, right? And this is kind of like what this happens so much that people just don't understand that it's actually going on right now. Is as affiliate, start when you are becoming an affiliate of a program. It might be whatever it is, wherever it is. But as soon as you start making sales, guess what? Whoever owns that program starts taking note. So when you start reaching out to them, all of a sudden you're getting an answer. You're not just like getting lost in the spam box. You're not getting that your friend request is now getting accepted. You are now becoming, like you said, getting on the table. You are part of the table. And that's what opens the doors going forward. So when we're talking about leveraging your launch with affiliates, you imagine being able to contact serious people and say, I've built this product. I'm looking for affiliates. Would you send an email out? Or would you come on my show? Would you come on my podcast? Would you be able to do this? Would you be able to do that? They know already how much you've made for them. They take you way more seriously, right? And this is the sort of information that we're going to help you guys get to, and the point where you can actually start achieving some major stuff. And whether you're just brand new right now, or you have existing programs or courses or anything else like that, the whole affiliate ladder is going to come into play. And this is what is so cool about being able to help you guys do, because we're just going to spill it all out, and being part of that community is kind of like it's almost like having someone, it's like being in a constant year-long, infinitely long mastermind where you've got like-minded people put together that are there designed to help and bounce ideas off and guide you along the way. And this is the whole point of, again, I mentioned that word yesterday, legacy. this is what we want to be able to do. This is how we want to be able to help people. It's not just buy now, forget it. This is buy now, profit forever, right? So this is going to be so cool, and I can't wait to start working with everybody that gets in and seeing that community develop and the reciprocation that can go along with it as well. So it's not just, you know, little bits here and there. It's just going to be constant, and it's going to be amazing. And yeah, I'm super pumped for everyone that's already got in. Anyone that's just sitting on the fence right now, you need to get in now, right? Make sure you lock yourself in, whether it be on the ongoing plan or on or just if you just wanted to get into, you know, the lifetime deal, which is, again, Corey, ridiculously cheap.
No, right?
Let's sort this out. For what people are getting, this is just crazy cheap. So anyway, that's all I needed to say. I just wanted to put it out there.
Yeah, basically, Corey priced the lifetime deal. And if you plan on sticking around for more than a year, you will you'll come out ahead. Because between ClickFunnels or any other funnel builder, really in that, you know, $70 to $90 range, plus an email software that's $30 to $50, you're gonna spend $1,500 in the first year alone.
You guys, we had a few questions. Maggie Elizabeth says she's so freaking excited, and she said she posted her curiosity post while she was listening.
No, it's awesome.
And then a Facebook user has a question: how long are we doing the $14.97 for? Is it ending tonight?
$14.97 is going to be open. I don't know. You know, we'll see how long it stays open. I think we're going to close cart probably next Tuesday.
Okay.
So $14.97, and we do have a 3-pay option for that as well. So if you guys want to get signed up, as long as you're in before we close cart, you know, that'll be that. And then we're probably doing these launches again, right? Because that's how these things work. You usually do one launch and then you do another one. So we'll open back up a lifetime deal for the next launch. But what's going to happen is the same thing, guys. Like, I got kicked out of first grade recess because I don't play, right? So when I say $9.87 is going away, it goes away. When $14.97 goes away, it goes away. And we're going to keep raising the price for the lifetime memberships because, honestly, like Don was just saying, what you're getting for this price, included like with the community that you're going to get and all the support that you're going to get, people have paid tens of thousands of dollars for this kind of system, right? They didn't even get the software with it, just like the coaching program. And we're going to do so much more. I can guarantee you, you're going to get more out of this than you will any of these other $10,000 coaching programs. Again, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, because I'm tired of seeing so many people getting taken advantage of, spending that much money. I mean, that's a lot of money, right? I want to see people making that kind of money.
Put that into context, man. There's another well-known funnel builder that I've currently been paying $3,600 a year to. So you know, and that's it. You know, there wasn't the community, there wasn't everything else that guys are getting as well. So you just think about it.
Yep. And there's another one just had a launch last week, $14.97 offer, just like we're offering. It was for a 1-month program, right? I mean, think about that. It's 1 month. This is lifetime. You're going to be in the group, and we're going to help promote you. You know, so if you don't know, we have a YouTube channel where we're going to start hosting content on there, right? As a member, we're going to get some of your content and host it on there so that you guys can leverage that community. And if one person can grow their YouTube channel to thousands of members, we're going to grow ours to tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, right? That's going to help position you in the market. One of the number one ways to get discovered, guys, is to make sure that you are showing up and covering up all of at least page 1 of Google, right? So if you went and Googled your name right now, is the whole page of Google going to show just you, or is it going to be a whole bunch of other people with the same name? The best way to do that is there's 2 things. You get on other people's podcasts, you get on other people's YouTube channels, right? Get interviewed. We are going to give you that here with Unlimited Life Academy. You're going to get on the YouTube channel. You're going to get on my podcast, and then we're going to push that out to the world, right? And that is going to help you guys rank. So when people start Googling, Googling for you, there's no mistake that you are the person there, and you're going to cover up that whole page. Myself, over the last 3 years, I've been able to get on enough podcasts, enough YouTube channel, other interviews or whatever, that like I go like 3 pages deep in Google, right? Like you can't find any other Corey Gielich or Coach Corey, Gielich in Google without finding me on those first 3 pages. So that's the beauty of it. And once you start hitting those kind of levels, then Google will start loving you, right? You start showing up in the search engine and all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be a great thing. And again, the whole point of that, of leveraging our audience to have one common YouTube channel, is that you can share your content and just your content, right, from that YouTube channel to bring more subscribers in. But then if they subscribe to the channel, they're also going to see stuff from Paul or Dom or Angie or any of our other members, because they're subscribed to that channel. They don't just see that one person. So we're going to start leveraging everybody's audiences to really start growing something really big here. And it's going to be just an amazing experience.
Mm-hmm.
Speechless. We're all speechless.
Well, you nailed it. So
yeah. And you have the expert area, right? With all of our extended courses that we're adding in there. I know myself, I'm adding something that there was no way I was going into it today, but it was all about how to make money, even if people say no to your offer. And it's a 13 module mini course that I'm putting in there of profitable pathways that you may not even think of.
Yep, absolutely. And that's, so I guess we can cover like really quickly now that we are past that lifetime deal. 3 stages, right? $147 a month is going to be our basic package, guys. That's getting you inside the Facebook group. It's getting you all the software. It's getting you like 20 funnels, pre-built funnels for you, templates anyway, that you can just customize for yourself. And then it's going to get you 1 episode on the Roku channel, 1 episode on the YouTube channel. And then that's, basically it for the basic package. The Pro package is going to be $297 a month, and that's going to get you 1 episode per month on both the Roku and the TV channel, as well as the podcast. And then the $497 Platinum package is going to give you 4 episodes. So you get to create your own weekly show where you're putting out your content every single week on that channel, to where it's going to really get you guys out there as much as possible. And again, your own links will go on your own content on your channel. So with the Unlimited Life Academy, you're going to get your dedicated playlist. It's going to be all you. It's going to be all your links. Again, trying to leverage all of our audiences to grow that channel as big as possible, get you as much exposure as possible, and get you out into the world. So that's kind of how the packages are all planned out. If you buy the lifetime deal right now, again, we're gonna bring in. I can't do like the Roku channel. We could do the YouTube channel and stuff. The Roku just costs too much money to do it on a lifetime deal, because you're going to be out there for a lifetime. But you will get the YouTube channel. You will get the podcast. And that is kind of like the special deal going on right now. So that is it. Saw Gary Vee that way too. Awesome. Well, does anybody have any other questions about offer creation or funnels or anything in general? Because I think that's going to wrap up today's show. Maybe I missed this, but when does the $14.97 deal end? We already answered that one, correct?
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, like I said, I don't really know.
There's a deadline, but we can't tell you.
Right. Exactly. It's going to end. It's going to end when it ends, and then it'll begin again with a higher ticket price. Right. So,
yeah. It's not in my nature to be mysterious, but I can't tell you, and I can't tell you why.
Yep. Sorry. Not sorry. No. Like obviously, like if you're watching this, guys and gals, right? I don't do things like normal people do things. I like to be outside of the box as much as possible and see if it's going to work. This has been a phenomenal, successful launch. Very short window of promotion, right? Very little, few people that were actually promoting this. We ended up getting, I think, 300 and some leads, right? I want to go over the numbers because I'm an open guy, right? I'm an open book. I'm going to share with you guys like I would if you were in my group, right? 300 and some leads. I think we got 140 people in this Facebook group. Maybe out of the 140 people, there's 10 or so people on live today. Yesterday it was like 15 people, but we ended up doing $11,000 so far on day 1. Right, today's day 2. So that is what's possible. Again, surrounding yourself with the right people, having a team, that's gonna be the most important thing, and then just getting those people behind you to help promote yourself, to get you to launch. So with that being said, just being completely transparent here. I'm sick and tired of, all this crap with everything else that's going on in the world. There's not enough transparency. And I'm just going to tell you guys straight, like, this is how it is. It's possible if you get the right team around you, and we're here to help you guys do that. So hopefully you guys will join. If I think I put the link in the comments, maybe, did I? leveragemylaunch.com/EULA Suite. Right, Dom?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. You go there, you check it out. You can see, I got a nice little video. I got to do another one later probably, but a video kind of explaining what Unlimited Life Academy is, so you guys know. The monthly options are there. It shows everything that's going to be involved with that. And going forward, the $14.97, like I said, we'll continue on until probably next Tuesday, right? At least. So if you're not in before then maybe it goes away, maybe it doesn't. Who knows?
Corey, that's actually not the one.
That's not the one.
That's not the one.
Sweets
with an S on the end.
It's Sweets with an S.
There we go.
Somebody drop it. Sorry, my bad.
I'm getting there. Hold on.
Right.
I was like, that sounds right, but
yeah, I'm like, I didn't know if it was sweet or sweets.
Sweets.
Yeah, sweets. There we go.
There we go. I've been playing director, bringing up the comments and stuff. It's cool.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, Maggie, you have a great day too.
Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for coming out.
Any last words? Tomorrow, guys, we're kicking off with Dom. Dom's going to be going over the actual EULA Suite package, so you're going to really start seeing the value in that. If you've ever bought in any kind of funnel builder in the past, whether it was monthly or even a lifetime deal, again, you're not going to touch it for the price that our lifetime deal is. But even once we get going, with the monthly subscriptions, guys, the software alone is still worth the monthly subscription, let alone the community that you're going to have. But come back tomorrow, same time, same place. Excited to have y'all, and looking forward to your training tomorrow, Dom.
Yep. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later, guys.
Bye.